Can you spare me a couple of minutes? I've come to make you an offer. How would you like to make a lot of money? The easy way. You catch my drift.
I want to hear you say it.
Oh, I think you know what's involved. Leave it till the 8th, maybe the 9th. And then you let him catch you. You go down and you don't beat the count. When you don't beat the count, you know what happens.
I lose.
You win. Because I win. Oh, come on, Clyde. Don't be a mug all your life. Be a winner for a change.
You used to hang about with Eddie Raw, didn't you?
I knew Eddie, yes.
He made me the same offer. What the hell's the matter with you people? I'm going to tell you the same thing I told him. Get the hell out of here before I break every bone in your body.
You said that to Eddie? When?
The day he made me the same offer you just did. And he left. Quick, I'll tell you. Because no one, nobody uses me like that.
You told him that when he came to see you?
I just said that, didn't I?
But that was the day he was killed, wasn't it? I mean, you blew your top at Eddie the day he was killed. Is this what you're telling me? Do the police know about this?
Today's the day, then. You nervous?
Put it mildly.
You'll be all right.
Look, I better run. I don't want to be late. See ya.
Yeah, good luck, Shell.
Tea and toast, please. Lovely day, innit? Oh, beautiful morning, Ma. Makes you feel glad to be alive, eh?
Nick.
Cup of tea for my mother. Ain't that toast ready yet?
Nick.
What?
Nick, I got something on my mind. Didn't you hear me calling you from across the street? Nick, my conscience ain't clear.
You ain't done nothing.
I've schooled your stuff for you.
Don't think I wasn't grateful.
And I borrowed money off Eddie Royal.
What?
I borrowed money off Eddie Royal, you know, to pay back them people you conned.
You would have told me that.
No.
Well, ain't gonna be in a hurry to get it back now, is he? Not now he's kicked the bucket.
And I told the police lies. I told him he was ill.
Yeah, you've been really good.
Any way you look at it, I'm a criminal.
Criminal?
Well, I feel like a criminal.
Such is life, Ma.
Yeah, well, I can't live with it. It's on my conscience.
I reckon you're gonna have to, ain't you?
No, I ain't. I could go to the police. I could tell them everything.
What?
You fancy sharing a joke?
I'm sorry, no one's supposed to come in here at the moment.
Yes, I know.
Rashid Norman. And Michelle Fowler. Fine. Right. I'm Elise Phillips, and I shall be interviewing each of you later, once you've sat your exams. Now, don't worry about it. I'm sure you'll find the anticipation a great deal worse than the reality. All right. If you're all ready, I'll take you down to the examination room.
The main purpose for all this is to settle Mr. Rawls' estate. Once I've done my evaluation, the brewery can sort out what's owing to his family and so on. When someone dies suddenly like this, it does make life complicated.
I know.
Bad business, all this.
Yeah. So what's going to happen here now? Have the brewery got anyone lined up?
I believe they're going to appoint a temporary manager.
Have they got anyone in mind?
Not as far as I know. Do you know someone?
I might.
Well, why not? I'm sorry, no one is allowed in this place at the moment.
Not bad gaff, this. Nothing a video jukebox, a couple of topless dancers. Be perfect.
It's okay.
A friend of yours.
I'm the love of her life, mate.
You get used to him. Now, come on.
Oh, I love it when you're forceful. Yeah, go for it. Do you know, this could be just the start. Well, once we're finished with the one-day wonder of Walford, we could edge Manning out of the picture, take over Baker, do it all over again. Bish bash, we're in the cash.
You make me nervous, you know that.
Are you interested in what I said?
I just said so, didn't I? Look, whatever you want to do, you go ahead and do it. You can count on my full support. You know that Scott set down the gym, the one that Alfie's been raving about?
Yeah.
Well, if Baker's management want to be selfish, maybe he could be on it.
Victim.
Protégé, Sharon. Protégé.
Look, Grant, if I go for the temporary manager's job at the Vic, where do you stand?
On the other side of the bar with a pint glass in his hand at last,
There's
eh?
just no point in trying to talk to you, is there?
Who, me?
Is there any difference?
I'm taller.
Yeah, but I'm sweeter-natured.
You're all right.
Why shouldn't I be?
No second thoughts.
About you?
And what makes you want to do something about it now?
Well, the most immediate reason is the fact that I didn't get the job that I wanted because I didn't have the right qualifications. And that got me thinking that, well, that I'd end up doing what I've always been doing. Stupid jobs that a stupid person could do, only using half my brain.
How did you find studying when you were in full-time education?
Oh, when I was little, I really enjoyed learning, you know. But then when I went to secondary school, well, it wasn't the done thing to be brainy, so I just larked about with the rest of them. And then I had my little girl, Vicky, and that really put an end to my education. That is until now. I mean, I'm hoping... Am I making a real hash of this?
What makes you think that?
Well, I'm whittering on about all the negative stuff. Teenage, dropout, unmarried mum. I should be telling you, you know, what I'm reading and what I really like doing. I do think that I've got something to prove. I mean, in my family, my brother, he's been nothing but trouble, but, well, it's always him that counts and never me.
Is getting even with your family a good reason to go into further education?
Oh, no, it's not that. It's not how they see me that's important. It's how I see me. Look, all I want is a chance, really. Just to find out what I'm capable of.
Here. I knew it wasn't Grant Mitchell.
Sorry?
What done a dirty deed. You know what my mother thinks?
Do tell.
Oh, I'd have thought they'd have kept the Vic closed longer, you know, mark of respect to Eddie. Still, it's all money these days, isn't it?
If they'll ever catch you, done it.
Well, I've certainly done my bit. I mean, I've told the police all I know, even if it does make me unpopular with some people.
You might have to go and be a witness at the Old Bailey.
Well, if I have to, I have to, Sharon. I mean, you've got to do the right thing, haven't you?
Yeah, probably. Depends on the circumstances.
No. Oh, no. If it's a clear choice of right and wrong, you've got to do the right thing.
Yeah. Well, I'll catch you later.
Gorgeous. No. You can do us a big favour, could you?
What?
Lend us a couple of quid till tomorrow.
I thought them days was gone.
What's the matter? Don't you trust me? I told you, you get it back tomorrow when my jar opens. Here, guess what?
What?
That old geezer next door looks a bit nervous today.
Who?
That old granddaddy with a beard. Him used to be to Pally.
Yes, well, I can't help it. I mean, I saw what I saw, and what I saw was a black man running away from the scene of the crime. I mean, there's no need for the De Verner family to act as if I was accusing one of them.
Unless they've got something to hide. It surprised me if that lot. You know, a lot more than they're letting on.
But no smoke without fire, you mean?
Who can say, Ma?
I know you were at the window, Nick, that night.
See you later.
Nick!
You busy? When am I ever anything else? I get up in the morning, cook breakfast, wash up, strip beds, clean rooms, buy more grub, cook it day in, day out. Joys of being a landlady.
I've decided to become a landlady.
Take my advice, Sharon, don't.
No, I mean the Vic. There was a value in there this morning. He said the brewery want to appoint a temporary manager. I thought I'd put in for it. What do you think?
It's up to you, love.
But don't look too enthusiastic.
Well, no, that's what you really want. Oh, and I thought you want to go back in there after everything that's happened in that place.
It's my own plan. I'm definitely going to go for it.
Double orange juice, please.
It's all right, don't worry, I'm going anyway.
Oh, you looked as though you wanted to be on your own, Michelle.
Nice try, Clyde. So much for friends.
Look, don't have a go at me about not wanting to be friends with you, OK? Not today.
You all right? What's up?
Not here, OK?
Well, what's wrong with it?
It's not private.
Is it urgent, he said. I said, oh, no, Mr. Papadopoulos, I said, it's only a matter of life and death. Well, in that case, he says, can't it wait till after your shift? Mr. Papadopoulos, I said, this is a question of the law.
The law? What are you up to now?
I'm really sorry, Nick, but I've got to do it.
You're serious, ain't you? You really mean it?
Yeah, I do. Just give me an hour off.
What about me, eh? You're going to drop me right in it.
Don't know what you mean.
I'm up on a possession charge, right? And you are going to go down the nick and confess that you've been supplying me with a dangerous Class A drug. Well, that must be one of those terrific ideas you've ever had, Ma. That should win some kind of a prize.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll explain the circumstances.
Where was you when they were dishing out the brains, eh? I mean, what's the clear-up rate for crime in this area? 0.5% or something. I can just see them down a nick now, rubbing their hands with glee, fitting me up with every unsolved mugging, burglary, rape and dope offence in a book. Murder too, who knows? How can you do this to me? My own mother.
Oh, but Nick...
Ma, I can't handle stress. I'm just coming off smack. I'm like one big raw nerve. You want to drive me back on the drugs, you're going the right way about it. This is hard enough as it is.
Oh, no, Nick, I'm sorry, but I don't want to upset you, but, I mean, sometimes there's more important considerations, isn't there?
Oh, yeah? Such as?
Well, doing the right thing. Having a clear conscience before God and your fellow man.
Oh, you've made up your mind, haven't you?
Yeah, Nick. Here I have. I'm going to tell him everything. About me. And about you.
About me being at the window?
Yeah. I've got to, Nick. I've got to.
Go on, then. There's nothing more I can say.
No way am I gonna let them set me up. No way!
Hold on.
Hi, Sharon. How'd it go?
Fine. Look, this is a really bad time.
Oh, well, I'll catch you later then.
Yes, we'll meet you up later tonight, yeah?
Is he all right?
He's fine, he's fine. I'll see you later.
You don't say a word to her, OK? Not a word.
Look, I don't know what's going on here. Just cool down, will you? Now, you said some guy wanted you to throw a fight.
First there was Eddie, then there was this other geezer, a friend of his. I mean, it's a setup, I know it is.
Oh, I don't understand. Eddie's dead.
Yeah, you see?
No, I don't see.
I just told you. First, Eddie Royal tries to bribe me to throw a fight. And then there's this other guy. And Doc Cotton's mouthing off to all and sundry, saying she saw a black man running away from the scene of the crime the night Eddie Royal died.
But even if she did, what's that got to do with you? I mean, you're not the only black guy in London.
No, but I might be the only one who had a row with him the same day someone stabbed him to death.
Same day?
Yeah, I said I was going to break every bone in his body. You see?
Look, you ought to go to the police, that's what I think. Tell them everything that you told me. I mean, you have told me everything, haven't you?
Yeah, of course I have.
Well, then you tell them that people have been putting pressure on you about this fight.
Oh, one of them being Eddie Royal.
Well, they're bound to find that out sooner or later. It makes sense to tell them now.
Oh, you think I should walk into the police station of my own free will? You think I'm about to volunteer to have my head bounced off every wall in some interview room and me ended up getting charged with assault,
Oh,
eh?
come off it, Clyde.
Well, that's what happened, I tell you.
Oh, yeah, who do you know that's happened to?
Well, it happens to people all the time. I mean, you expect me to walk into Walford, Nick, and say, hello. I had an argument with this guy the same day someone stabbed him to death, yeah? I mean, he was putting pressure on me about a boxing match, and now some other geezer's doing the same. And if you hear the woman next door saying, oh, she saw some black man running away from the scene of the crime, then no, it wasn't me. Oh, yeah. They're really gonna love that down the nick, aren't they, Michelle? I mean, they don't get handed one like that every day, do they?
You're being paranoid.
Oh, yeah? Why don't you go out on the streets and tell that to some black man? Go on, go out there and tell them that they haven't got a police problem, they've got an attitude
all right,
problem.
then do it your way. Run away and hide. But I tell you something, Clyde, that bloke that came to see you at the gym this morning isn't going to have the same sort of attitude that you got to the police. It'll be straight down to Walford, Nick, to tell him that you had a fight with Eddie the day he got killed. And then they're going to wonder to themselves why you didn't mention it before, why you didn't tell them when they were taking statements from everyone. Whereas you've got a chance to sort it out now. If you'd stop being so paranoid, go to the police and just tell them the whole story.
Who was it that said they wanted out of the place? Who was it that said that if they only had a little B&B to run, how happy they would be?
You, Frank.
That's right. And who was it that said they were sick and tired of living... What do you mean, me?
The B&B was your idea. I went along with it. I didn't see what else we could do with Janine behaving the way she was.
Yeah, well, you went along with it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God for that. I thought I was losing my marbles. I mean, what's made you change your mind?
I never wanted out of the pub in the first place. That was your idea and all.
Are you trying to tell me that you're unhappy?
No, I just miss the pub. I'm fed up doing bed and breakfast. It's all graft and no laughs.
Pat, I've always tried to give you what you wanted.
Yes, I know. I appreciate it, Frank. It's just
It's
that
just that I can't win. No matter what I do, no matter what I give you, it ain't good enough. You're always going to turn it round the other way, aren't you? Now, you tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do it. But I'll tell you here and now, Pat, I'm confused. Totally and utterly confused.
So, who's arresting you then?
Oh, I don't know the guy's name.
That helps.
Look, can I see someone who's going to take this seriously, or can't I? What's she doing here? Hey, look, has she been saying things about me? Because if she has, she's a mad woman. You don't want to listen to her.
Name?
Tavernier. Clyde Tavernier.
And what exactly is the nature of your complaint, Mr. Tavernier?
Right. At first, this guy that I used to work for tries to bribe me to throw a fight. And then this other geezer that...
Throw a fight?
Yeah, I'm a boxer.
Oh, you're professional?
Yeah, that's right. And I've got this fight coming up soon.
Well, these guys tried to bribe you to lose it?
Yes.
I just tell them to get lost.
Well, I did, didn't I? If you just
Oh,
listen...
these guys. I mean, have they threatened you?
No, they haven't threatened me. Anyway, that woman who just walked out of here is going around telling people that she saw a black man running away from the scene of the crime the night Eddie Royal died.
Eddie Royal? Landlord of the Queen Vic?
Yes.
How does he come into all
Well,
this?
that's what I'm trying to tell you, isn't it?
All right, you tell me.
He was one of the ones that tried to bribe me.
How do you know Eddie Royal? Is that through your boxing?
No. I used to work for him in the Queen Vic.
Oh, right. So you used to be a barman at the Queen Vic when Eddie Royal was a landlord?
Yes.
You're a boxer with a fight coming up soon, and Eddie Royal tried to bribe you to lose it?
Yeah, that's right, and this other guy this morning.
When did Mr. Royal make you this offer? I mean, just roughly. I mean, was it months ago? Weeks ago? Or more recent than that?
Yes, more recently.
How recently? Was it just before he died?
Yeah, that's right.
Just wait here a minute, Mr. Vernier. I'll keep it second. Phil?
Bet you feel really good now.
I'll be round later. Talk to you. I had to, Nick.
Yeah, you had to, didn't you?
I saw Clyde Tavernier down the police station.
What happened after you told Mr. Royal you weren't interested in his proposition?
He went away. And then later that day, I went down to the gym.
Where you remained until about 10 o'clock?
Yes.
Then you took the bus home. How long did that take?
I don't know, 20 minutes?
Can any of your family corroborate what you say?
Yes, you know they can. They already did.
And this other man, the man who spoke to you this morning, you say he was a friend of Mr. Royal's?
I don't know, I think so. I've seen them talking together. Look, if you're going to keep me here any longer, can I make a phone call, please? Yeah, I do know my rights.
I won't keep you much longer, Mr. Tavernier. I just want to make sure I've got all the facts straight before I take a statement.
Isn't that what you've been doing all along?
No. It won't take long. Is there a problem? Oh, yes, you wanted to make a phone call.
Forget it.
Turn that noise down. He didn't need peace in his own house.
Did you say something?
Where are the men at the house when they're needed?
Ah, you're a fine, strong, upstanding figure of a woman, Edith Tavernier.
I'll be a woman with a broken back if I don't get some more help soon. Hattie, turn that down!
Why didn't you let Pops get all this here? You could have gone down to the market while you were working.
Why me?
Why not? What else have you got to do all day except go out on the street and gossip with neighbors?
I do not gossip with the neighbors.
No? Then how come a certain Mrs. Cotton has started sticking her nose into our lives?
I just seen some people go into the taverners. Looked like the police to me.
Oh, yeah?
Well, you better get ready for them, you know. Tidy yourself up a bit.
Won't you sit down?
We're fine, thanks.
Ridiculous. Liberty takers. Excuse me, please.
Is it okay if I go out now, or do you still need to see me?
I don't think we need to see you right now. We'll come back if we do.
Hey, what am I supposed to say to them?
Pops, I'm in a hurry.
Yeah, but what am I going to tell them?
The truth, tell them the truth.
You sure about that?
Yeah, what else?
Give me one of them. I will when you're under.
I took your advice, didn't I?
And? Go through. Stay there, darling.
Shouldn't I? I mean, go to the police, Clyde. You know, they'll understand.
What happened?
All they kept on about was what happened the night Eddie Royal died. Now they're storming all over my house, interrogating my entire family, trying to trip them up. Trying to trip them up to incriminate me. Oh, I should have known. I did know!
When we spoke to you on the night that Mr. Royal died, you told us that he'd been round to see your son earlier in the day. Is that correct?
That's right.
What exactly took place between Clyde and Mr. Royal?
Nothing. It's a little bit of business to do with changing Clyde's shifts.
When your son came to see us today, he told us that he and Mr. Royal had had an argument.
Clyde told you that?
Yes.
You say that Clyde came to see you today?
That's right.
Why?
No doubt your son will tell you himself. What did Clyde and Mr. Royal argue about?
I don't know. I was in the other room.
But you could hear that there was an argument.
I heard voices raised.
But you don't know why they were arguing?
No. Yes, I do. Clyde told me it was to do with his shifts. Mr. Royal was always giving him the worst shifts.
Right. On the night that Mr. Royal was murdered, Clyde was at the gym training, is that correct?
Yes.
And you were at home here watching television with your wife?
Yes. What was it you said that Clyde came to see you about today?
Just a couple of small things that were bothering him. When did Clyde come home?
You mean tonight?
The night that Mr. Royal was murdered.
I'm not sure. Why?
They still in there?
Yeah. Wonder what's going on.
Ma?
Hmm?
Can I ask you something?
What?
Was it him you saw running away that night? Just between us?
I don't know. And it was so dark, you know, all happened so fast, I really don't know. I wish I did know. I mean, if I knew who killed poor Eddie Royal, I'd tell the police like a shot. Make no mistake about that.
I think so. About 10:30.
Try and remember. Did he or didn't he come home at that time?
Oh, I remember. Clyde came in and we said something to him about how late he'd been at the gym. And then he went straight to bed.
You're sure about that?
Yes.
Only your husband was equally sure that he didn't hear him come in. He said he must have come in the back way and gone straight upstairs.
No, I'm sure I heard him.
Mrs. Tavernier, please. If you can't remember, just say so, all right? It makes things so much easier on everyone.
It's crazy to hang about here. I mean, what am I doing? Look, I could be halfway to the coast by now.
Yeah, and where would you go? Clyde, you're innocent. You didn't do anything wrong, so what have you got to be so scared about? They can't possibly pin it on you. They just got to check you out, right? You can't run away.
I can't afford to hang about here. It's all so straightforward and easy for you, yeah? Well, it's not as simple as that. You don't know the whole story.
What do you mean, the whole story?
Nothing, forget it.
Clyde, what do you mean?
Why should I want to add to my previous statement? You've got everything in it.
What time did your grandson arrive home that night?
Like I said in my previous statement, sometime round about 10:30 o'clock-ish.
Did you see him or speak to him?
Yes, like I've already... You haven't lost my previous statement, have you? Is that what this is all about?
No, Mr. Tavernier, we're just checking out one or two apparent discrepancies.
Discrepancies? No way. In my statement? Oh, I don't believe that.
What exactly took place when Clyde came home?
I was in the kitchen reading my book. The boy came home. He'd been down at the gym training. We got talking about the fight and things like that. Then he went upstairs to bed.
You're quite clear about the time that this took place?
Of course. Hey, babes, you come to see how Pops is doing? Will we want to take a statement from him, too?
They're still in there. They've been there ever such a long time. Nick, if you did see something, and I think you did, you're going to have to tell them.
What do they want to listen to me for? Just another junkie to them.
You did see something. I knew it. I knew it from your face that night.
Yeah. I saw something all right, Ma.
What was it? Tell me.
A man. A man leaning over the body. A black man, Ma.
Yeah?
I think I might know who it was.
You must tell them.
I'm not ready. Not sure.
Next on Drama, we're back in Albert Square with more classic Eastenders.